Today has been set aside to give thanks for a very significant milestone in the history of the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force. And although I have addressed you earlier in the church this morning, again on behalf of the government and the people of our blessed country, I join in expressing appreciation to Almighty God for the special blessings that He has bestowed on you as men and women of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, which is an agency that has been established for the last half-century. I do commend the police force as an institution, and each one of you as members of the force, for your decision first to invest in your time, your skills, and your energy in an institution that is so very vital to the stability, the progress, and the development of this nation that we love so dearly. In fact, I want to make the point that we would urge each and every one of you this morning to be respectful of yourselves, to your fellow man at all times. And also in adherence to this, to also respect the very high standards at all times that have been set by those whose responsibility it is to uphold the law, because this is key in both building and maintaining a very strong and stable democracy. And as I speak of strong and stable democracy, I wish to address in the very strongest possible terms a phenomenon that is neither cute nor funny nor acceptable, but which some in our society choose to see as the most effective means of expressing their political allegiance. I am making reference to this because since I addressed you in the church, it has come to my attention that unacceptable behavior is taking place as the political campaign unfolds. I refer here specifically to the tearing down or the defacing of the campaign signs of one political party or another. I want to stress this morning that this must stop. I emphasize that elections, yes, are around the corner. We know that we all feel very strongly about the parties that our fellow men and fellow women support in this country. But it is precisely because of the strength of our emotions I wish to stress this morning that we must ensure that we keep our emotions in check. Human nature is such that the defacing or destruction of one party's signs will most assuredly lead to the retaliatory defacing of the other party's signs. And this could very easily spin out of control, taking us in directions that none of us at this time can predict, but where we all know we most certainly do not wish to go. My party, it has had its signs destroyed, the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party. In fact, on Friday, I reported to the Commissioner of Police of incidents which had taken place in Halfway Tree. Just yesterday, again, it was necessary to report to the police in St. Paul's that posters that showed me as one of the contestants here in this campaign had a number of my posters destroyed by an individual in St. Paul's. The People's Action Movement has complained that its signs as well have been destroyed. I want to emphasize that gang violence, as we know, is now a reality throughout the Caribbean. and political rage, uncontrolled and vicious, has already marred and distorted some Caribbean societies. This morning, I therefore demand that every member of our society, St. Kitts and Nevis, every citizen and every resident alike, display the type of maturity and the type of self-control that will save St. Kitts and Nevis from the fate of those marred states that we have seen. I demand restraint from our citizens, because these types of unchecked emotions can have an impact not only during the elections, but they twist and distort societies forever. And so to you, the police, and to the wider society, to the supporters of all political parties, I want to state and again stress that this must stop. And more importantly, anyone found guilty of these actions, I expect that they will be dealt with by the police and with the full force of the law. And so more than ever before, I would want to urge you to exercise vigilance and professionalism as you handle situations of this kind over the next few weeks. I want to make it clear that in the Federation, as we are preparing for the elections, I want to admonish all to recall your first order of business and the solemn oath that you have taken as officers. There are those of you who must guard against selective enforcement of the law. You must be mindful that your responsibility and your duty and mandate must guide your professional and impartial execution of your assigned task, especially during the activities over the next few days. There are those who, in their own deliberate attempts to frustrate others, will cause you, the officers, to become embroiled in partisan politics. But you must be on your guard. You are the guardians of peace, and you are the protectors of law and order here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Let me at this time once again commend all of you who are now serving in this agency, from the commissioners and other members of the High Command to the special constables and all who form part of the administrative staff of the force. I will also acknowledge those who have served in this organization at the helm and as subordinates, those who are here with us, and those who were not able to join us earlier today in the service at St. George's or here in this hall. I know that your commitment will inspire you to continue to collaborate even in your retirement. Again, thanks also to you, our partners, who continue to collaborate with the security forces in their crime prevention and crime fighting efforts, those in particular in the private sector, and those as representatives of governments, friendly governments, who have stepped forward to assist us at this time. You are living up to the international pledge that with unity there is strength and there is success. And now those of you, or all of you who have your glasses, I want you, of course, to drink with me in a toast to the continued dedicated service of the men and women of this police force. And may this force, as a symbol of our democracy, as a symbol of our stability as a nation, may this force last forever. God bless you. Toast. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. God bless you.